Good morning, I'm Elton Robinson with your September 4th grain and soybean update. According to USDA surveys, at the end of August, about 9% of the U.S. corn crop was mature. Most of that's in the southern states. Corn crop condition is exceptional in Iowa, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Minnesota. 88% of the crop is listed in good to excellent condition. Corn crops are still hurting in several states, including North Carolina, where 26% of the crop is listed in poor to very poor condition, and 78% of the crop is nearing maturity. In the Midwest, cooler temperatures in the Corn Belt may be allowing disease pressures to persist and delay maturity. Corn harvest is well underway in the southern regions. A little over 90% of Louisiana's corn crop has been harvested, and good to excellent yields have been reported. Rainy weather has slowed corn harvest in Alabama. In Lexington County, South Carolina, rainfall from Tropical Storm Erica was beneficial to corn producers. In other parts of the state, producers could use another rain or two. Moving to soybeans, about 9% of the U.S. soybean crop is dropping leaves, including 58% in Louisiana and 44% in Mississippi. In Allendale County, South Carolina, the soybean crop made great progress in condition and yield, according to County Agent Hugh Gray. Moving on to grain sorghum, about 29% of the U.S. sorghum crop is now mature. 78% in Arkansas, 95% in Louisiana, and 64% in Texas. Harvest is nearing the halfway point in Arkansas and Texas, and nearing completion in Louisiana. Surveys indicate that 26% of the U.S. rice crop is harvested, about on pace with the 5-year average. Louisiana and Texas are nearing completion. Mississippi and Arkansas are approaching 25% completion, and Missouri has yet to scratch. Let's take a quick look at peanut progress in the United States. About 75% of the crop is listed in good to excellent condition, compared to 60% this time last year. Here's the latest headlines and stories on weekly exports for the week ending August 27th. Wheat exports are up, but continue to trend lower than last year. Exports of 530,000 metric tons were up 49% from the previous week, with Japan, the Philippines, Italy, and Mexico as primary destinations. Meanwhile, corn exports have been trending above the 5-year average since April. Exports of a little over 1 million metric tons were up 31% from the previous week and 20% from the prior 4-week average, with Japan, Mexico, and South Korea as primary customers. Sorghum exports have trended significantly above last year and the 5-year average, although exports have fallen off recently. Exports for the week were down 70%. China continues to be a big customer. Rice exports in August have been very encouraging. Exports of 156,000 metric tons was up 74% from the previous week, with customers in South America, Iraq, and Japan. Soybean exports of 147,800 metric tons were down 36% from the previous week and 42% from the prior 4-week average. Meal exports were up 87% from the previous week, while soybean oil exports were also up noticeably. Beef exports of 10,800 metric tons were up 4% from the previous week, while pork exports of 17,700 metric tons were up 9% from the previous week. That's it for this week's grain update. I'm Elton Robinson. See you next week.